Shyness and fear are often described as invisible barriers, holding us back from fully expressing our true selves. They whisper doubts in our minds, urging us to stay silent when we have something valuable to say or to step back when opportunities arise. But imagine, for a moment, a life where those barriers dissolve, a life where courage and confidence take center stage, where your voice is heard and your presence is felt. It begins with a simple yet powerful practice. For the next 3 days, commit to a small but transformative challenge. Every day, seek out one moment to step outside your comfort zone. The size of the step doesn't matter. What matters is the act of choosing courage over comfort, even in the smallest ways. On the first day, you wake up feeling the familiar grip of shyness and fear. The world outside feels daunting, conversations seem intimidating, and the possibility of being judged lurks in your mind. But today is different. Today, you decide to greet the barista at your local coffee shop with a genuine smile and a simple, "How's your morning going?" It's a small gesture, but as you speak, you feel your heartbeat quicken. The barista smiles back, engaging in a brief exchange. In that moment, you realize that the world isn't as frightening as it seemed. People are receptive. Kindness is returned. Throughout the day, you notice a shift. With each small act of courage, the wall of fear begins to crack. You feel a sense of accomplishment, however modest. The seed of confidence is planted. On the second day, you decide to take your practice a step further. You join a conversation with colleagues at lunch, contributing a thought or an idea. The familiar anxiety bubbles up, but you remind yourself of yesterday's success. You speak, and the group listens. Your idea sparks discussion. You realize that your voice matters, that your thoughts have value. The fear of judgment loses its power, replaced by a growing sense of belonging. Encouraged by this progress, you reflect on moments in your past where fear held you back. You begin to see that shyness is not a fixed trait. It's a pattern, one that can be changed through repeated action. Each time you step forward, you rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. On the third day, you embrace the challenge with newfound confidence. You reach out to an old friend, someone you haven't spoken to in years, sending a message just to reconnect. As you hit send, you are reminded that vulnerability is not weakness, but strength. The friend responds warmly, and you share a heartfelt conversation. The walls of isolation begin to crumble, and you feel more connected, more alive. After 3 days, something remarkable happens. You look back on the small steps you've taken, and you realize that shyness and fear are no longer dictating your choices. They may still whisper, but their voices are quieter, overpowered by the steady beat of courage in your heart. You have proven to yourself that you are capable of facing discomfort, that you can choose action over hesitation. The secret is not in grand gestures, but in consistent, intentional practice. Every time you challenge fear, you weaken its hold. Every moment you choose to speak, to act, to connect, you grow stronger. Confidence is not a destination, it's a journey built upon daily choices. So, remember this: shyness and fear are not permanent. With just 3 days of small, courageous action, you can set in motion a transformation that lasts a lifetime. The world is waiting for your voice. The only question is, will you take the first step?